What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going back to McFarlane with the Cyborg Superman New 52 style. Let's see what we've got going on. Let's check it out. As promised, today we'll be taking a look at Cyborg Superman. Let's see what we've got going on. Taking a look at the package, we've got standard fare from DC Multiverse. Of course, you can see the figure. You can see that flight stand back there, which is one of the benefits to this. McFarlane Toys, 22 moving parts. Flip it to the side. Some more information there. DC Multiverse, Cyborg Superman. A little QR code if you need it. Flip it to the back. There's that great image. Just fantastic looking. Really like that. Got some important information down at the bottom there. Flip it to the side. Big name and title here. Cyborg Superman. New 52 though. I'm a little bit curious to why we went New 52 on Cyborg Superman. I thought we were making pretty good waves with the reign of the Supermen. And maybe, we'll get the 90s classic Cyborg Superman at some point. But for now, this is what we got. Let's get him out of the box. As I said, you do get your flight stand, which I love when McFarlane throws in the flight stands for these. Even if I'm not using it for the character, I'm going to use it somewhere in the display. And then, of course, your trading card, which mimics your art on the back there. Fresh out of the package, another Superman figure for an ever-growing Superman collection, right? I may not be very particular when it comes to just picking and choosing Superman figures, when in reality it's just, oh, hey, Superman. All right, let's go. But still, I do have preferences here, right? Like, I would certainly want it to look a little bit closer to the actual image. I don't like the fact that there's a Chase variant to this. Partially because I'm still looking for said Chase, but lastly, the other thing is, like, I get it. It's a different character than Hank, right, from the 90s. I really just would like to get that version of Cyborg Superman before we go into some New 52 stuff. But all that aside, still very toyetic, still a cool looking action figure. Some really neat things going on, so it will still display very nicely. Let's take a closer look. Moving in closer, we can get a good look at what we've got going on. I will say this, there are no extra hands, no accessories aside from the flight stand. So where it may be lacking there, I mean, the flight stands do make up for it just a little bit because it's a great thing to have for your collection, but still, you'd like to see some accessories. I mean, look at all the mechanical pieces that could have been included. That would have just elevated the figures so much, and it would have looked so great. Yeah, just a little something. Otherwise, though, S is very nicely sculpted. It looks really, really nice. I mean, it's got this three-dimensional aspect to it. Just really pops right there against that cybernetic body in the back. Blue does look really good. You do get some wash over that too, just to kind of give it some additional layering to it. This hand looks pretty cool. Certainly one that comes off as a little extra creepy, right? So I like how that came out. Again, it would be cool to see a little bit more to it, but it is still a pretty good looking hand right there. Face sculpt came out pretty well, actually. I like how that looks. You've got the red eyes in there that just really draw you in. You've got some scarring going on in the face, and then it just goes into the body. So I do think that came out pretty well. Cape is a very pliable plastic. Also feels a little bit thicker than most Superman capes in McFarlane. You've also got these tears that were put in there, and I think that just comes out real nice on that. Keyed in on the upper chest area there at the front, and towards the middle of the back. For your articulation, head will look down to about there. it will look up to about there. You do get some good rock side to side, and of course you have your rotation around. Shoulders continue to be loose, so you can see like this piece in here definitely moves around a lot more than I'd like it to. Arm will go all the way around out to about there. Upper bicep cut, which gets a little bit harder to move with how loose that shoulder is. Double jointed at the elbow, nothing at the forearm, and then your ball with your swivel and hinge at the wrist. Upper torso and lower torso articulation. Diaper is plenty pliable. Leg will kick up to there, back to about there when you get the gap, and then out to about there. As we know, nothing at the upper thigh. Double jointed on pins at the knee, nothing at the boot, and then your ball with your hinge swivel at the ankle. Toe articulation, of course. This hand does also have the rotation. You're not on the ball over here, though it is a bigger hand, so single point there, which gives you plenty of movement all the way around. For comparison, here he is backed up against one of our McFarlane Superman figures. You can see that Cyborg Superman is a little bit taller. I like that. It makes sense to me as far as with the cyborg technology in there. Should be a little bit larger body. So this looks good. Regardless of which version of Cyborg Superman it is, I'm still happy to get it and add it to the display because there's plenty of Superman stuff to go around there, and this will look pretty nice in the display, I do think. Alright folks, well there you have it. There is your McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse New 52 Cyborg Superman coming out now. This is the regular release. There is a Platinum Chase variant out there, which does have a little bit more red and slightly altered paint scheme to it. Still on the hunt for that one. Hopefully, that pans out, but time will tell, I suppose. An alright figure, not the Cyborg Superman that I would prefer to have in the collection, but it is a Superman figure, and as you may be able to tell, I certainly do not place many limits on what Superman gets added into that display, so it will all work itself out, I suppose. That's the 2 cents, folks. It's a figure that if you're looking for it, I wish you luck in your hunt. If you're not, totally understand. One for me that I'm obviously going to pick up, so can't complain too much, I suppose. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you got something out of it. I do appreciate you checking it out and staying this long if you have. Of course, you can always find me on any of these socials down here. Most importantly, though, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe below. And until next time, take it easy.